A night had already fallen over the vast waters of the Paraná River in Argentina. The sky was a deep velvet, dotted with countless stars, their light shimmering softly on the currents below. I stood at the edge of a small wooden boat, its worn hull creaking under my weight. The air was cool and thick, with the scent of wet earth and blooming sabo flowers from the nearby shore. As the boat gently drifted away from the dock, the city sounds faded behind me. Only the soft lapping of water against the sides and the distant calls of night birds filled the night. The river was alive but calm, its surface reflecting the moon's pale glow like a mirror. I closed my eyes for a moment, letting the steady sway of the boat settle my restless thoughts. The gentle hum of the river seemed to surround me, a quiet melody only nature could compose. When I opened them, the silhouette of the Paraná Delta stretched ahead, a tangled labyrinth of islands and channels, dark and mysterious. The boat's old engines sputtered once and then fell silent. Now I was completely at the mercy of the river's slow current. Time felt suspended. The cool mist began to rise, curling around the trees and drifting toward the boat like ancient spirits sharing secrets. Suddenly, a whisper of movement caught my attention. A sudden splash nearby, followed by the faint glow of fireflies drifting over the water. Their tiny lights twinkled like earthly stars, dancing just above the reeds. I reached out my hand to touch the still air, feeling the cool spray of river water. Far across the water, I glimpsed a solitary lantern bobbing gently. A fisherman's boat, I guessed. The man must be casting nets in the dark, hoping for a good catch before dawn. A soft shout rose in the distance, a greeting carried over the water. I answered with a wave, feeling a quiet connection even in the vastness of this night. For a long while I drifted, watching the sky deepen and the stars wheel slowly overhead. The silence was full, rich with sounds I had forgotten. Frogs calling, leaves rustling in the breeze, the steady rhythm of water. It was a moment outside time, a pause between the world as it sleeps and the world as it wakes. As the first pale blush of dawn began touching the horizon, I turned the engine back on. The boat stirred to life, cutting through the mist toward the shore. The river darkened behind me, hiding its secrets once more beneath the encroaching light. Back on land, the scents of earth and flowers lingered on my skin. For a moment, I carried the river's quiet mystery with me, a night spent drifting, where the senses awake and the soul can listen. That night on the Paraná, I found more than a journey along water. I found a silence filled with life, a story whispered on the breeze, waiting for anyone who dares to drift and listen.